On the channel, and today we've top 5 best class setups or loadouts, whatever you want to call them, for Warzone in Modern Warfare. Before we get into that, man, I need you to hit that like button, subscribe, and the notification button. Let's get to 20 likes on the video. Be greatly appreciated, guys. It literally takes 20 seconds out of your video to minimize the video a little bit. Click that like button and then full size again for these next 5 class setups, because these class setups right here go absolutely crazy. I did make a video about this when I first started playing Warzone, but over the time, since the last update, a couple of things have been nerfed, a couple of things have been buffed for Warzone, and I changed up my class setups a little bit, and these are the top 5 class setups that I interchange, equally, and I do use most of the time. I do use the Grau and the M4 and the MP7, but I do sometimes rotate some of these other guns in here, man, and today's video will be showcasing all of that. Thank you guys for your support on the video the past couple of days, man. YouTube's been kind of messing up for views, so I was kind of reluctant to upload the video today, but let's see how it goes. Whatever, man, we got to keep the consistency up, so I'm just going to upload, man. I don't really worry about numbers anymore. I'm uploading. If you guys like it, you guys like it. If you don't, I'll try to change it, but, anyways, here we are, man. First class setup is honestly one of the best class setups in Warzone. 100% is the Grau. Honestly, in my opinion, the best. It's better than the M4. I like it better than the M4. It's more accurate. It has faster fire. It kills the enemies faster, in my opinion. And I just like the gun overall better than the M4. Class setup by WARZONE is literally the same thing I use in multiplayer pretty much. I use monolithic suppressor. I use the Nexus barrel or the Archangel barrel, whatever you guys want. The Archangel barrel does have a little bit less ADS speed, but I usually do rock the Nexus barrel. Either one works for you guys. Commando foregrip, because the gun's already a really low recoil, so the Commando foregrip just kind of adds to that and makes it a complete laser beam across the map, no big deal. The 60-round magazine, I can get up to two kills with one clip with this gun, with this magazine, which is really helpful. With the XRK Void, that's for the fire speed, ADS speed. If you guys need to, man, if I were you guys, I'd switch off the Commando foregrip. Oh, geez, I just completely did that. I would switch off the Commando foregrip and put on a sight. Sometimes it does get kind of in the way. I'd throw on either a holographic sight, or I'd put on the monocle sight. That's what I use for ground war, or for Warzone at least. But you guys can do what you guys want, man. This is the class setup I usually rock. This sniper I use on every single overkill class setup. I use the HDR, man. It's the best sniper in the game. I put her on the AX50. I put her on the HDR, man. I put it around with the car, some of the marksman rifles, the EBR, and stuff like that. But the HDR, time and time again, has fallen to me easily the best sniper, the best overkill weapon you can possibly run in Warzone. This thing is an absolute beast, and I hit so many long range, crazy shots, take out like two people out of the squad, 3 people out of the squad before, it's just really nice to get that extra sniper shot off, takes off their armor, and you can hop in the battle with no armor, and it's an easy kills almost, pretty much. And there's a lot of like rooftop battles in this game, so having a sniper is very beneficial. The class of I rock on mine is monolithic suppressor, the HDR Pro, damage range, attack laser for that ADS speed, and aiming stability. We have the thermal optic sight. I know people say thermals being a pussy, bro, but if you're on console, man, you'll understand, man. Thermal is the wave. Thermal is the vibe, man. It's so easy to use the thermal in ground or in Warzone, and it's so satisfying to get that one shot, one kill when you can see their head. You aim in, you take your time, and bow, you hit them in the head. It's just so satisfying. You guys know what I'm talking about. But if you don't use one, man, you guys can use the basic sight and put on maybe like a bipod or something like that, or maybe presence of mind, something like that, where you can aim down your sights longer, something like that. And yeah, man. Perks on every single one of my class setups everything is the same. I run cold-blooded, overkill, amped. You already know the vibes there, man. Cold-blooded to stay off the thermal scopes, because literally everybody uses thermal scopes, so I use it to stay off the thermal optic, which is very nice. And then overkill, you already know the vibes there, man. To get my sniper and my assault rifle, kind of like necessary for Warzone. Amped, switch guns faster, so I can hit a shot with my sniper and switch to my SMG real quick and try to finish them off, or switch to my AR and try to finish them off, instead of taking like 5 years in between weapon swaps and end up just failing. And especially if you run RPG, if you pick up RPG up the class, man, it has increased rocket launcher speed, so you can reload the RPG a little bit faster for your RPG players. By the way, quickly, if you use RPG, you're a complete fag. That's all I'm going to say. It's all I'm going to say. You shouldn't be using RPG, man. This period. For lethals, I run C4. And a heartbeat sensor. I've been looking to change this up a little bit because my C4 throws are terrible. I literally suck with the C4. So I've been looking to switch it up, maybe join a Semtech, something like that, or a Thermite maybe even, I don't know. But I absolutely suck with the C4. I kill myself more with the C4 than I do the enemies, I swear to God. For tactical, I run heartbeat sensor, man. This is a very, very underrated thing that not too many people use, and I did not cover that in my last loadout video. Heartbeat sensor. I think it's within like a 50-meter radius it shows. So if you're in a building, man, you can pull that up a little bit. See who's around you. If you're riding in a vehicle, man, you can hold that out, spin around in circles and shit and figure out where the enemies are. It's a really, really good way to figure out where the enemies are and just track them down and just get the kill faster and know where you are, so you're running around aimlessly around the building. Quickly, before we get the other class setup, man, my HDR class setup, my perks, my lethal and heartbeat sensor are the exact same for across all the class setups. So I'm just gonna go through and cover the main weapons now and the attachments I rock on it and stuff like that. Second loadout is my M4 class setup. There's a couple of things a lot of people use a lot of different things for this gun. I personally like this class setup the best. The Ranger foregrip allows me to hit literally that beam shot that I need across the map, and it's very, very nice. The other I use monolithic. I always run suppressor in Warzone. I don't know. Some people usually don't run suppressor. Some people like not even running it. I don't know. I personally like suppressor. The M16 barrel, it gives it more damage range, which is better than the Corvus Custom. Ranger foregrip, like I mentioned, makes this gun absolute laser beam, which is very, very nice. 60 round clip. You already know the vibes there, man. Like I said, 2 people in a clip is definitely like the BIP standard if I hit all my shots. And then the stippled grip. ADS speed sprint to fire, so you know the vibes there, man. One thing I do change sometimes with this, I do take off this grip and put on a holographic sight, or I run commando foregrip, kind of whatever I'm feeling. But I usually just rock the Ranger foregrip to make those across the map beams really, really nice. Once again, HDR, same attachments, cold-blooded overkill amped, C4, and heartbeat sensor. For the third class up, I run the Kilo, a gun that not too people use, but it's actually pretty good, man. I run monolithic suppressor. The Singard arms barrel, you know the vibes there, man. Damage range makes this gun really, really longer range. Ranger foregrip, the same idea there, makes it an absolute laser beam. The 100-round magazine can be switched out for the 60-round, but god damn, is it nice just to hold down your trigger for 100 bullets and just mow down 2 or 3 enemies at the same time. It feels good, man, especially when you're at range and you're just lighting them up, man. It just feels good to shoot 100 bullets into somebody, bro. I swear to God, it's just a weird feeling, man. I have the stippled grip as well here. One thing I would change on this class setup is the iron sights on this gun can kind of get in the way for Warzone, especially at longer ranges. So if you guys find yourself losing a lot of gunfights, I'd honestly switch out the stippled grip and put on a sight. That's what I would do. Put on, like I said, holographic or whatever your preference is, man. Or you guys can run Viper, GI Mini, Reflex, whatever you guys run it. I personally just like holographic for Warzone. It's kind of a nice feeling. Anyways, that's class up for my Kilo. Once again, the same for HDR, perks the same, C4, heartbeat sensor. Third class setup is a gun that's very, very controversial for Warzone, and for me, man, I can just never go off with it. But obviously, this gun smacks. Other people go crazy with it. It's obviously a good gun, man. The MP7 in Warzone literally acts like an assault rifle. The gun is an assault rifle. People use it as their main weapons over M4s, over Graus. The MP7 is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And in this game mode, man, you've watched many gameplays, man. You understand, man, this gun's an absolute laser beam. Monolithic recon sight for the extra damage range, attack laser, Ranger foregrip for the absolute beam, man. You already know the vibes there. 60 round magazine, 60 bullets can get you a good solid killer too, man, not gonna lie. MP7, insane up close, insane at range. I don't know if it's supposed to be that broken at range, but it is. I've beamed kids. I've gotten beamed by the MP7 faster than I can beam them with my M4. Makes absolutely zero sense at all, but it's the way it is. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I don't know if they're going to nerf it. I don't know. The gun's absolutely insane, and I highly recommend you guys to try this out. This class especially, man, because this thing absolutely shreds the enemies, man. Same with HDR. Same with the perks overkill amped. C4, heartbeat sensor, you already know the vibes there, man. MP7, very underrated gun, man, and this thing is an absolute monster. Especially if you have the Piercer variant, you can get a better iron sight on the gun, and you can beam kids at farther ranges, and the gun's just insane, man, absolutely insane. For the fifth class setup, man, I rock in the Grau. This is my solo. This is what I use for solos. I use the Grau, the same class I use the monolithic, the Nexus barrel, commando foregrip, 60 round XRK void. I run monolithic Merc, the 30 round magazine, the stippled grip, and sleight of hand, because usually the only time I pull up MP5 is when I'm gonna be pushing someone up on a in a building or up on the roof, or like somebody's coming around the corner. I can hear them. I switch to my MP5 real quick to beam them down real quick. You know what I mean? I'm not really gonna be using this gun at far range, and 30 bullets is plenty of bullets to finish someone off, especially in solos when they're up in your face. So that's why I prefer the 30 round magazine. Perks, as always, man. C4 heartbeat sensor. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. The top 5 class setups and a couple little tips in between there that I use in Warzone for my success. If you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to comment hashtag Warzone in the comment section, and make sure to go ahead and leave your PSN or leave your Activision ID, whatever one you guys prefer. Make sure to just let me know what it is, and I'll add you guys up, and I'll run some games of Warzone with you guys, man, because I'm looking for a squad to play with, man. I'm always looking for people to play with. Warzone, I don't really have a squad to play with, and I've been looking to get some wins and some good gameplay in there, so make sure to let me know what you guys are feeling about that. Anyways, guys, pretty much it for that video, man. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.